Hey guys, it's me again. Oh, I forgot to change the name. Frick! I forgot to change the name. Oh God! I'm not showing Phasmophobia tonight. Oh Jesus, I'm already a mess. There we go. Now I need a. Damn it. Sorry, I'm having to fix things because I forget how badly people screw up my stuff. Yes. Okay. Give me a minute while I change everything because people love to screw up my stuff when I explicitly tell them not to.
Well, it wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you, Mother. You're fine. Okay. Just save it because I need to change the thumbnail. Because people are donuts and they freaking changed everything. Sorry. I object. Okay. Okay, yeah, but it's a donut. There. Okay. I think I got everything fixed now. Cat, can you have mercy on me tonight, please?
I think the cat wants to play your game.
He's not allowed to play the Stanley Parable. I'm sorry. It'll screw him up too badly. Okay. Now that I've got everything sorted. Hey guys, it's me again. As you can tell, we are playing the Stanley Parable. Because I changed everything. Sheesh. I love screwing up my own stuff, don't I? Oh, this may take a bit. You're not wrong. Cat, what are you doing? Heidi? What are you doing, Cat? He's not allowed to play the Stanley Parable. I'm sorry, boy. Ah, jeez. Can the game just cooperate with me tonight? Did it just crash on me? Okay, no, I think maybe not. I think I broke it. Yeah, I broke it. Wait, maybe. No.
I don't have to break the game.
Oh, too bad I broke it. I broke the game. Or the computer broke it. I can't tell which. You gave up on me a long time ago, Mother. Yes. Okay, there we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let me shut up.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Cat, why?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Sorry, I forgot to turn on subtitles. I think video. Nope. Audio, maybe? Subtitle. Perfect. I'm screwing everything up. There we go. Yes. Yeah, subtitles only, I think. That should be good. Okay. Hello, hello! We're having a lot of people on tonight. Narrator? Did I kill the narrator? I probably did somehow. Don't think that's meant to happen, but okay. I think I might have somehow broke the game already. Jesus. Oh. I can close doors, that's good to know. Wait a minute, can I can't. Well, this is fine. I think I might need to restart. Just in case. One of my friends already said. There we go. There's the narrator.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Someone is already cutting up. The text goblin is already coming up with theories. Pretty much what the text goblin said is, probably came in on a day off. There we go. I knew it was broken.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should I? Depends. Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
There's no fern. There is a different plant, but it's not a fern.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I? There is something down here. There is something there. Maybe in case of everyone is John, but in this case everyone is Stanley. Oh, Jesus. No! Don't remind me of that. You know what?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. Not gonna lie, this game low-key gives me Portal vibes. I don't know why.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Nope, can't go anywhere else. Yeah, I cannot go anywhere else. Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Are you sure, narrator?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? Was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
We're just gonna vibe in a corner.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. What do we say, narrator? Heidi, can you chill, please? Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back
Well,
to
that's a move.
Who am I kidding?
Wonder who was fired.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Jump, I can't. I unfortunately cannot jump in this game. There's only like one certain section where you can jump, I believe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Should I listen to the narrator this time?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Doors
then.
must open.
It's an adventure.
Avoid
Come,
the beaten
Stanley,
path.
let's find the story.
Oh, I found this room. Oh, that's fine. Well, let's try the red, or not red, but right door. Don't know where I got red from, but okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But
How's
it's
the back
gotta
of the
be better than
chairs?
this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Hey, buddy. I must find the broom closet, though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see here. Oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came
Oh,
from.
jeez.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, narrator? Gold coffee. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to close that. Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
This was... Never mind. Oh, no. Don't tell me.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Jeez, okay. Let's see here. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey.
Congratulations!
I broke the game, but I won.
A lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Hey.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've actually seen all the
I'm
endings.
getting weirded out by whatever this place
Right,
is.
Gene?
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Adventure Line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. Not gonna argue. Not gonna argue with this at all.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact
narrator?
the skeleton of my
there's
own
something not quite right about this.
mental subjective
Narrator?
construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Narrator.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Fern!
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh. Okay, then. I'll go and hold off on that, but remind me next time through. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have the fern. Oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Aw. Another restart. Okay, let's see here.
What, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
437, okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
narrator?
want your story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I
got out of the loop eventually.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
No lines or monitor room.
We should be fine.
Okay. That's interesting, Text Goblin. Oh. Well, to the ceiling it goes. Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Wait a minute. Is behind this the monitor room?
I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Wait,
which means
this way
that
is how the arrows are
somewhere,
going.
the place where we're trying
Oh
to
god,
go,
Bendy, why?
there must be a reverse
Your first
door
line
here.
on
And
this
that in
stream,
turn
and you go with
means
that.
Our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Well, that is the right door. Let's see here. Oh.
Hold up, what's this?
The confusion ending!
The confusion ending? You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant
Is that
ending?
accurate?
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
I
That's really how all this goes?
think confusion ending schedule. Narrator restarts the game. Fifth restart.
So now,
Narrator
according
forgets
to
about
the
his previous
schedule, I restart
restarts.
again. Then what? Am
And
I
about
just
another
supposed to
building.
forget?
Narrator restarts.
Well,
There's
what if I don't want to
restart.
forget?
Adventure line.
My
Also
mind
philosophy
goes
and music.
blank
Return to
simply
the
because
office.
it's
Return to the
written
monitor
here
room.
on this
First start.
thin
Adventure into
wall.
unexplored territory. Find the line again.
Well, who consulted me?
Deviate from
When
maintenance
did I
room.
get
End
to
up in the
decide?
monitor room.
Where
Narrator
did I
restarts the
get
game.
a
First
say in all of
restart.
this? Is it really?
Discovered the two-door
No,
room
it
now
can't
has
be.
many
I don't
additional
want it to
doors.
be.
Aimless
I
wandering.
don't want the game
Narrator
to keep
restarts the game. Take a
restarting. I don't want to
restart.
forget what's going on.
The office is
I don't
now
want to be
dead
kept
end.
like
Turn around,
this.
find another
I
dead
won't restart the
end.
game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do
Family
it.
attempts to play the story, but it is prevented. Unable to go anywhere or do anything.
Did we do
The
it?
game restarts on its
Did we
own.
break
Takes
the
restart.
cycle?
Find the line
The,
again.
whatever it
Being-
is that made this schedule.
Begin following the
How would we
line.
even
Find an
know?
identical replica of the office
Will
that has begun
someone
to
come first?
deteriorate. Attempt to
Will
make up a
something
story
happen?
here. Narrator restarts the game.
So,
Some of the restart there is no
okay.
longer an office, simply blank space. Wander in the blackness.
I guess
Find
now
a
we just
bookstore.
wait.
Get
You know,
bored and leave.
I suppose
Narrator
in
restarts the
some
game.
way
A
that this
restart.
is a
The
kind of
narrator's gone.
story.
After a long
Wouldn't you
time, Stanley
agree?
dies.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that
That's-
life is a
but the narrator, the higher
and not
form
the
of Stanley.
destination. So I hope that's where we
No,
are
the
right
narrator
now.
is not
We'll
Stanley.
find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have
jeez.
a
Well, that was a restart. It's back to normal now, or?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now the door's open still. That's fair.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. I refuse.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Should I do
Wow.
it again?
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a
Text changed.
gorgeous room. Thank
text
goodness
has
Stanley had
changed.
taken, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Text
left.
changed. Should I go through the same thing again? Or should I just go this way? I think a fly in my house gave birth or something. Help me. How am I meant to help you with that? Should I do it again? Or should I go this way? They attacked my food. I can't help you, I'm sorry. Get a fly strip or something, I don't know. Hey, screw it, let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I think the door was having issues.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Geronimo!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
The narrator goes a
Let me
DM.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully. This
Should
is
I?
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Should I? Should I? Should I listen to the narrator? Or should I actually go through the red door? What should I do, guys? No. So, don't listen to the narrator. Okay, got it.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I didn't even
still don't
understand
think we're
anything.
Communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ah.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Achievement unlocked! You can't jump!
What did you see? Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Narrator's
There we go.
the
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No. Aw.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks
Middle
to
door.
me. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I
Hey,
guess
buddy.
you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Buddy's
Let's take a
directly
look.
behind me, so I'm petting him gently. Ah, leaderboard. Okay, I can officially confirm this is not real. But yeah, that is an accurate representation of what a leaderboard is like.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been
Oh,
working
no.
on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay, narrator, whatever you say.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the
You gotta let
message
the
of the
child
game
die.
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, I don't like that noise, so I'm just gonna let the baby burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if
Yes.
it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think
It is
of a
both
single
the
thing
narrator.
that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
Hey, buddy,
It's
come here.
over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Yeah, not a problem,
hey,
narrator.
Since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease
Yes,
the pain.
do that.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Come here, buddy.
Yes.
You practically
This
sleep
sounds like
behind
it'll
me.
work. Let's
Buddy
give it a
woke him up
shot.
from his nap to bring him onto my lap just to pet him. He doesn't mind. I know for a fact he does not mind this sort of thing. Minecraft!
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Much
At
better.
last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say
Minecraft.
this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch
Oh,
this,
Buddy,
Stanley.
where are you going?
I'm going to build
Okay,
a
you're going down.
house.
That's fine. A dirt house.
Go here, no, here, and then.
It has the sound effects and everything.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes,
Door.
it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
No. I can't go to the door. Dang it.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better.
Claustrophobic.
Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it.
Narrator, remind me of you.
Diamond.
Or remind you of me.
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to align it.
Excuse me. Jax Goblin, excuse me. I'm just a DM. I'm not gonna harm you in any way. Come on, man.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Bedrock. This is straight up bedrock. Maybe. Wait, no. Looks like bedrock, but I think it's actually just stone. Yeah, it's just stone. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Gravel?
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant.
Let's
This
go down
won't do
here.
at all. 1 out of 5.
Oh, hello there,
The
spider.
diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I was hearing spider noises. So yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat tonight? The text comment is typing. More Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk.
It's
it's
Portal.
inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm taking the radio with me.
Let's go find out what the hell this is.
And yeah, I know you're dangling off a dragon's tail, but you're not dead, are ya? Radio on the button.
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
You button.
Genius.
Radio's coming with me.
No, actually,
Aw.
I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble
So
through
do I.
more of these
I don't
games.
mean.
And I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to...
Yeah, I just straight up cut off the narrator. You're welcome. You're welcome, narrator. Straight up cut you off. Oh, well, that's fine. True for now. Let's see here. This is seriously reminding me much more of Portal 2 than it should be right now. Main reason for that is because run down building and whatnot. Oh no, where have I gone? Where am I? What am I doing? Oh, I'm back at my desk. Perfect. I think I broke the narrator again. To cut him off when I was not supposed to. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay then, narrator. Ah. There we go. Loading. Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Different.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You're right, I'm gonna follow the narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
This reminds me of Death's game on Webtoon. Yes, perfection. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But the broom closet. It's a good broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Apple. Broom closet.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Yes, I
Please offer
can,
me some
narrator.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Tells the narrator, it annoys you.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. It didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh,
did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
I hope your friends find this concerning.
If I'm my entire life concerning, what are you talking about, narrator?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, the narrator.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, yes I can.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Whoops. I hit a button. I hit a button and it scared me. Let's not break everything. There we go. Alright, broom closet was fun.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. Oh. There is something down here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange
I'm going in
observations.
circles.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh,
and for
God.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just
I feel yelled that one time, Goblin.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Changing
I'll
or
have to go back to my
this
boring
me?
real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was
Oh, my.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't
Daily
asked
about to have an
himself
existential crisis.
why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Aw.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who
The
found
narrator's gonna have an
it strange.
existential crisis.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my
Oh, that's
thoughts,
dark.
he thought.
Maybe Stanley is
And when he thought
hallucinating
it
and the
all
narrator
out loud, I
is
wondered if this voice spoke to all
the voice in his head and he killed all his
Of course,
co-workers.
This was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Aw.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Stanley's about to have an existential crisis.
I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
Oh,
can
God.
someone tell me I am
The
real?
screen's turning
I
red.
must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, well, that's fine.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm sorry, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am safe.
Come here for a minute.
I am in control of my
Why?
life.
Bye.
I know what is real and what
My
isn't.
shirt.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well then. That happened. And what are you wanting me to do again? Go to the menu then. Maybe? Hang on. The title key in the board.
All of his co-workers were
Confusion.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? I have an idea.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I'm
and
gonna go to
Stanley
do
knew
this.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
The text.
Its grace, its subtle
The
charm.
text changed again.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
The
open
text
door on
changed
his
again. No, but I do know what I'm gonna do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ew. Well, it's not working, unfortunately.
Look, Stanley, I think
Yes,
perhaps
I
we've
can. Come
gotten
on.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
Sorry,
trust
my
in
cat won't
someone
stop
else is
pestering me.
difficult, but the fact
So he's now
is
on my
that
lap
the
again.
story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I'm just gonna
There's
hold him and
someone
pet him.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Sure.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Okay,
She's
that's
been
lovely.
waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's multiple, man.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not
Oh,
picking up
too
the
bad.
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Ah.
I I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to
Heck
think
yeah.
I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making
Oh,
in the
no.
real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh no.
Choice. It's the best part of being a
What
real
have I
person.
done?
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a
Yeah, I figured
hypothetical
that
real
out, but I
person
can't
named
figure out how to
Stephen has a
open it.
choice. He could spend
It's like I
years
spam
helping
clicked it,
improve
nothing
the
happened.
quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world
Person.
makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Oh.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Hey, Gallagher. Jesus. I am.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Oh, okay. Right, he's gone again.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Can I
At this
skip
time,
this?
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Oh god!
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, narrator. Oh.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Narrator kind of reminds me of the girl from Portal. Do you mean Chell or GLaDOS? Because GLaDOS would probably be more accurate.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Ah.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
You were
entered
really
the
close.
door on his left.
They switched the I for an O. Nah.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. I'm a troll.
What was that about?
Oh!
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my
you
story,
throw him over
you've
here?
destroyed
Nah,
my
he
work.
went over there himself.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
You and the narrator? Oh, jeez. Yeah, just like the Inferno, and then that'll be correct. Exactly explains Madison's name.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Okay, seriously, does it say people who
Thought
make
so
Portal
clever.
make this
Now
game?
Look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
You're welcome, narrator.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
It's not gonna let me.
Right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No! The room closet is locked! Nah, it's actually perfectly
Coming
fine.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's just not letting me make incorrect choices anymore. Until that's going on. But yeah, no, this is perfectly normal.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Normally it's a keypad.
115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Neighbor, best I can do is click on it.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Narrator, I can't.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Was it Night Shark 115 or?
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end!
I need you to walk through the door.
Hey.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
You just kill your entire family for money.
Stanley, this is important.
Holy!
It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
Oh.
Are you there?
I don't want to say anything more, Text Goblin.
Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Nothing, don't worry about it. There we go.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Maybe tab?
In here I can be happy forever.
Nope.
I will be happy.
Roasty
Stanley
toasty
waited.
McGhosty. What?
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Oh, it's Cawthorn.
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Oh, I love bringing this game so much.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Why
What
did
if
I
he
do
had to
that?
make a decision?
No, begin the game again. I'm not going through all that again.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you,
Okay.
and have a pleasant day.
I'll follow the instructions for a while. That's solitaire on there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Then before going into the mind control facility, go to the exit. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I just wanted to see what would happen, and that response was great. And that's a mood. Did it change slightly? I think about it changed slightly. I was not expecting the narrator to go like, oh no, no.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why am I tired? See, it's supposed to be a
Stepping
keypad.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Go way down, Hades Town, way down out of the ground. Sorry. I have that anytime I go downwards for some reason. I can think of my sister for introducing me to Hades Town.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Should I? Should I go down in the area that's obviously not meant for me to go down into, that I will likely die from? Should I do that? Go straight. Okay. You're the boss. Answer. Sorry, text Sullivan said question, so I said answer. Yep, I'm gonna die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Okay.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Oh, that's great.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Imagine this, but in VR.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Not necessarily. The Stanley Parable. Roll
Yet
credits.
It would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead?
Here's
from
the
moment
entire
he hit
layout,
start?
just in case you guys are curious. Here's the entire office layout. This being Stanley's office, and this being the area out of it. This being the second area out of it. All the way through this hallway to the 2 doors. So, yeah. Ah, demons. Sorry, but I had to teach my sister and her friends who's the best at Smash. That's great. Warzone! We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. That's a noof. The Warzone would have been a really cool ending, though. Museum ending, yes. Maintenance room? An early version of the maintenance room. Nice. The lounge? Another version of the lounge. The cargo lift. Second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We wanted it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Makes sense. The cargo lift. The cargo lift is always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player following to their death. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, the timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Now picking up the phone will lead to a different ending. Why do you think your dog secretly wants to kill you? Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the 2 endings together instead. That is fair. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Which we have not gone. There's a look in their eye. Now your dog wouldn't do that.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything. All his button pushing.
When frightening, the voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Here, I'm just gonna make this easy on you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna begin the game again. I mean, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You sure I can't find a trace of them, narrator? What can I do here? What do I need to do for that? So many papers everywhere.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, no, wait. I want to do that again, sorry. Ah, there's no papers on the floor again.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oof. Wait a minute, is there an ending where if I just keep on restarting, there's something would happen? Oh! Oh, I see what I need to do for this. Okay. So, from what I understand, I need to keep on resetting the game until I get all 4 of the inputs. Let's try that theory. Let's try it. Oh, jeez. Changes every time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now you tell me. There's a certain ending that I'm trying to get. And I'm not sure how to actually
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
But I'll try. Run right before the boss. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
I
but
forget
the
how
fact
to
is that the story
explain it.
What? Really?
But pretty much,
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to
I know how
help
to do
you,
it. I know how to do
show you
it. Go through the red door.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
I am?
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I think this is how I do this.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Just try to that one.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Come on. Yes, this is the ending I was looking for.
Here.
Right here.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I can't fall off the edge. Not a fork. Hang on. That one goose. I don't recall this person.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Better narrator? Better?
Right. Where were we?
Oh, it actually turned slightly. That's kind of trippy. Hmm.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
There's no such thing as that one goose.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Feel so bad for the narrator.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I'll go back for now.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I think I actually
Stanley,
low-key feel bad.
go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I low-key do feel bad for the narrator, though.
No. No, no. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I'm sorry, narrator. Sorry.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Narrator, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but it has to be done.
No, perhaps not.
Sorry, narrator. I'm sorry, man.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Go back to the room for a bit. I really feel bad for the narrator.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I feel bad for you, narrator. That's what's out. That's what's up.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Oh. He's holding him back. Wow. Oh, that's dark. Yeah. Seriously, the voice actor for the narrator actually did like an incredible job. Like, you can really feel the narrator's emotions.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Or one.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
One 7, 4, 6, 5.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, it's good. I'm actually gonna follow the original storyline. 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, I want in the broom closet! Narrator! Aww.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Narrator. Aha!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss, Stanley, was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I'm sorry, narrator.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
And you, the TV went to an ad, and the first thing it said was, aha! That's great.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now, this is this room.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength?
She'll type
to
something in the
find
chat.
out?
Okay, go ahead. Shock, of course.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fire.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, changed. Nabbit.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
This is
really
one of the
been
main reasons why it
someone's
gives me Portal
control all this
vibes.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
There was one screen
He
with the headset
refused
with
to
the red
believe
text on it.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Okay.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are sent to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Crap, okay.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh
now
dear
where's
me, what's the
4?
matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm
Hang
going
on.
to destroy
I'm
it first,
probably doing this completely
can't.
incorrectly.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the
Okay,
same
that's
to me.
fine.
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay, see you. POV Stanley made a bomb. It's changed on me again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick drink break. You guys can go ahead and decide what I do next. If I should, not follow the narrator, or if I should go ahead and, try to do what, I was trying to do before, whatever that was. So yeah, I'll let y'all make the decision. I'm gonna get a quick drink, and yeah. I have returned, and absolutely no one has said anything in the chat.
Oh,
That's fine. Okay. You know what? Screw it. Let's begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Kind of sign off the whole. Okay, I'm gonna go and reset the game again. Because I'm
All of his
really
co-workers
close to
were
getting,
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see here. Is there a computer in here that has it? Yep. Computer in there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're 19. Oh, now you tell me. 423 reset.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The boss room. I got those three. The broom closet is unlocked! Yeah, I got 434. That was the last one I got.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah. Screw it, I'll go in the basement again. Heidi, why? Wait, nah, that's the insanity ending. Okay. What's the last one?
I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
The neighborhood is getting tired.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose
he
on
also
an
works at
enormous room
Interact.
packed with television screens.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
So curious about this screen right here. If someone could actually take a screenshot of that and zoom into it and like tell me what it says, that'd be great. If you need me to go back so that you guys can actually get a decent screenshot, I can.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Such Portal vibes.
True. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation.
Yeah, your money plays over foil.
Emotions, happy or sad.
Why do you keep coming over here, Bitey? You never
Walking,
stay.
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
So there's
and as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
The nightshade close.
For he
the nearby
would dismantle
evil, yet
the
even
controls
though the evil cannot be
and
seen,
for
it is.
all.
It's still there. Do not think that just because you can't see the dangers on the shadow side, it isn't there. Okay. 1, 2. There's that door. 1 and 2 are there. 3 has to be somewhere. Heidi, what are you doing? The 1, 2, and 5 are the only ones that I can actually... Oh! There's a button up there. Let's see, what number is that one? 4. The 1, 2, 4, and then 5. And where's 3? There's 1, 2, 4, and the 5's over there somewhere. Okay, there's 3. Alright.
Well,
Alrighty, I figured this out.
yeah.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I know that's not the end of the game. There's no way it can be.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Huh.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself
He
from
knows.
someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
It's around the corner, something
And
you
yet,
can never expect to see.
Even as the immense
Something
door
that
slowly
defies
opened,
existence itself.
Stanley
That
reflected
horrid
on
thing
how
that
many
would make
puzzles still
many
lay
lose their mind
unsolved.
as a single
Where
name.
had his co-workers
Or it is
gone? How had
Enos.
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
How much can I backtrack? Aw. If you jump to your death, do a flip.
Stanley felt
I
the
can't.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hey, achievement unlocked! No, I technically beat the game many times already. Oh! Falsey is dead. I'll go Stanley to heaven. Buttons! All the buttons someone could ask for. What happens when all the buttons are pressed? Can I even press all of them? This is my entertainment right here, guys. See, I told you he died! Yeah, you're not wrong. Even though I didn't know this would happen. Fun. This feels like something I would absolutely dream about. Indeed it is, Tex Goblin. Indeed it is. Wait, can I play Megalovania? Hang on. It feels like there should be a way that I could be able to play Megalovania. Yeah, close enough. Seriously, though, if you had this amount of buttons in front of you, you would try to play Megalovania too. Don't try to deny it. Anyways, I don't think that there's actually any more endings I can get. Am I wrong? Someone, please, correct me in the chat. First, I'm gonna try to press all the buttons. Oh, they come unpressed after a while. Yeah, why? But why not Mach 20? Let's resume. Hang on. Yeah, if anyone else has any other endings they know of that they would actually like me to do, let me know. Because if not, then I'm probably gonna end off the stream here. Let's begin again. All I need to do is just... Whoops. Did not mean to do that! Sorry. I am meant to be here. You do Mach 20, only Mach 10. And lower. If I did Mach 20, then a child would be obliterated, like, the body would just disappear from just... Oh, that's a mood. Okay. Okay, extra. Achievement unlocked achievement. Ah, I forgot there were saves in this game. "100% beat game?" Yeah, I'd say so. Let's begin again. I'm tempted to do it again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Gotta wonder if I shut myself completely in
Stanley
here.
felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
Oh. Okay, you have fun with that.
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
That was me with the broom closet, but you took it away from me! You took away my broom closet!
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Bro, so it's in the German food place?
But at last, he had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Well, I know something that I can do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yay!
There's someone you be. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the.
Oh, there's one thing I haven't gotten yet.
To his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Speed through.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Sorry, I'm putting my
all
big
this
floof.
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
He is
Someone you've
very
forgotten
big
about.
floof.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, whoa.
That's her, Stanley.
There we go. That's what I needed to do.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Aww. Really? A brick wall? Come on, narrator, you're no fun.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature
But
of
ouch.
his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
The guys are being menaces.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
So he
went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Oh no, I see where this is going.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
There we go. But yeah, on that note, I'm going back to Button Heaven. That's where we're gonna go ahead and leave off. Well, of course, if you guys liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see all of you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye!